Okay, moving right along. I have another question, so let me move this over so I can get it right. My question for the tarot is, will we as a society continue to fearlessly examine ourselves to rebuild a better world? Will we continue to examine ourselves to rebuild a better world? Well, we will see what we will see, but yes, this is a big shakeup by the universe to say, you need to wake up. Okay, this is a big shake-up, wake-up call in what's happening. You know, now whether people will take that to heart and actually look on the whole of humanity, or whether they will still run around blind with their eyes closed, remains to be seen. But we hope definitely that they are willing to finally stop and look at things. So will we examine to build a better world? Okay. They're fighting. You know, people over the whole don't want to see this. So they are fighting. Just, oh, I don't want to see this. Yeah. But that's not going to help anything. Okay? Again, they have to look at the conditionings. They have to look at where they're bound. What's causing this? What is making this happen? Okay? You have to have the courage, even though it's difficult, to push through to see what's there. You can't hide your head in the sand like an ostrich. You have to push through. Rather than be seeing yourself as an outsider, you have to be willing to step in to break that border. So let's see. The Lovers. Okay? Well, hopefully with that we have a bit of a chance. But let's go on and get some other cards and see what we have here. Okay. So let's start with the outsider and see where this leads to. The outsider. Are they going to finally... So here we're starting here with the outsider. The outsider. Well, you can't sit there like Trump and brood. Okay? The outsider sits there and just broods on things. You know, while the wheel is turning. While the karmic wheel is turning. Okay. You know, there is deeper knowledge. But let's see if he gets to it. But no, some of them, they bypass it and again just want to cling to their stuff and stay hung. Okay, stay in no man's land. Okay, so there are those that will remain outsiders, brooding. Time will keep passing by. There are, you know, secrets to be had, but they are so wrapped up in their egoic self and their drama that they're hung up and they don't see. Okay, so let's look at the fighting. Let's look at this aspect and see what we see. The one that's the fighting. The one that's just gritting and fighting. Will they open up for examination to see? Yes, a little bit. They're going to look at all the energy expended and see if it's been worth it. Okay? Again, you know, I've given these little bits here and there, you know, out of my abundance. Hasn't been much, you know, kept my thing and given out of, not for really good reasons, but just to look good. To look good, okay? So there is knowledge there to be had. And maybe they're going to start to walk away and do a bit of a journey, to search. But let's look and see. Yeah. For a happy home. Yeah. So they're going to have to stop and again, sit there perched and see what they have, what they don't have. Let's look and see what we have with the conditionings. Are people going to look at conditionings? What keeps them bound? Are they going to get a clue? Well, some will be working on it. There will be a few that get together. Okay. Kind of look at what they have, their commercial interests, whatever it is that they are involved in. Again, kind of lazing back with the cup. Doesn't look like he's really involved with it. Again, still wanting to take the stance of the emperor in charge, but still bound, still surrounded, hasn't found his way out. Okay, kind of like drinking whatever cup is brought his way. Doesn't have it. That one doesn't have it too much. So let's go on to see the lovers. Are those that are reflective, looking back on each other. Are they going to do this self-examination? Looking to see how they can change things. What's there? You know? Now, let me see if this is coming from ego, because that magician always reminds me of ego. Yeah. The things that they're engaged in, which are not on the up and up. Okay? Kind of. Okay. But they're going to maybe see those things and be willing to take a journey. Maybe their eyes are opening to this, you know, everything is done by ego now. Again, based on the fullness of ego and the things people are involved in that are smarmy, they're not good, they're not, so they're going to be willing to walk a journey, do some introspection, get some better ideas, go forward with these things, maybe sit a bit, take a break, contemplate what's there, okay, and come to some better understandings of more light, okay. So the lovers, it's going to take them a while, but it looks like they're going to, again, take a bit of time, but they will come around to see that what they're doing is not benefiting, that they're involved in some pretty egoistic stuff. Now we have courage. Let's see the ones of courage that are willing to break through those barriers. Okay, we have one. Okay, more rapidly going forward with this energy, with this ideation, and understanding that that judgment is there. We're going to look at the judgment of what's taking place. Okay. Come forward with a stronger cup, a stronger, heavier message. And that's the end, that's the death, that's the change, you know. See that there needs to, you know, there needs to be change. There needs to be the end of that system. Needs to be the end of it, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There needs to be an end to that system. And then they're going to, you know, the ones with courage look like it's going to be a little harsh at first, but looks like they're going to finally reach the end. And then again, evaluate, you know, the things they have, relationships, their message, what they're going forward with, again, where they're putting their energy, looking at things more, looking at the world, contemplating these things, because it's a heartache. It's a tough, hard journey. They're going to finally realize this is a tough, hard journey, and we need to get some ideas about it, and need to come to some wisdom. Okay, they need to come to some wisdom. So yeah, there are many varied types of people, types of mentalities, types of levels, layers of consciousness. So some will be more actively looking, some will be held out and retreat even more. Some it's going to take a while, maybe a few more shake-ups before they really start evaluating. Okay, so again, this is going to take time. It's a shake-up, and it's just a start for people to a little more begin to open up and see that changes need to be made. But it's going to take a while to get a lot of people on board with it. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I hope it answers your questions. I hope it gives you something. Please don't get too depressed with it. They will be willing to go forward, but again, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen immediately that everybody suddenly gets this big wake-up call and they all want to participate. No, it's going to happen in stages depending on their mentality and their consciousness and where they're at now and where they're not at now. So some of them, it may take a few more hard knocks, okay, to the universe to hit them upside the head before they finally get it and go, oh, maybe I should look at this a little deeper. Okay. Namaste. Thank you for asking.